But you started training under Larry Sharpe and made your debut in 2000. I'd imagine the training process is very rigorous because you have to go through so much. It's intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just graduated college, and like I said, that was kind of like a defining moment where I said, yeah, I want to do this. And I at first I thought, okay, look, I just at least have to, see what it's about, get and try it. I had my degree in education, and so I was teaching, but I said, okay, well, maybe I can go to school for wrestling and at the very least be a weekend warrior and do some matches and just to get a feel for it and to see this thing that I've had a passion for my whole life. I wanted to give it a shot, and because I didn't ever want to look back on life, and I'm a big believer in if something really speaks to you, you go for it, because I've seen other people look back in life and have regrets, and I think when it's big enough and important enough to you, you don't give up on something and you say, hey, I got to at least give this a shot. So that's what I did, and so I found the Monster Factory, which was only about 20 minutes from where I was living and teaching, and I said I gotta give this a shot. So called up. Larry gave me a tryout, and next thing I know, I'm training at the Monster Factory. Yeah.
Was there any advice that you got from Larry and any of your trainers later that you still apply to today?
I mean, over. I mean, in ring. I mean, a ton of stuff. But I mean, like there's a million things you learn in ring, from technical stuff to how to carry yourself in the business, and to in ring psychology, and character development, and just a million things. But I would say there's certain things that translated from the business and how you carry yourself to life in general. And I think a couple of the things that I learned were punctuality, because in the business, you do not want to be late for anything. There's a saying in the business, uh, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're you got it in for you. You're gonna be in big trouble. So you always want to make sure you're punctual. And another thing is, you're always wanting to shake everybody's hand. You're wanting to be respectful. You want to appreciate the people that were there before you and have respect for the business and what they did for the business. So you always want to make sure that you're having that respect for the guys that helped pave the road that you're on currently. So I think those are some of the things that just be respectful. I mean, these are things I already knew in life anyway. I was always a good kid and respectful in general. But I think that's something that a lot of people can take from the business and extend out into their real lives. And then another one that I remember hearing a couple of times, the one I remember hearing from uh, most recently, back when I was in the business, was Tommy Dreamer. And I remember him saying, because at the time he was working with the developmental contracts and stuff, and he was an OVW, with us, and he's having a talk, and he said, hey guys, just remember, like, a couple things, save your money, save what you can, because you just never you never know when it's gonna go. You never know when it's your last day, your last second. And this is a crazy business. So save your money, be smart about it, so you don't, go broke right off the bat. Because a lot of people in the business do. And then the other thing he said was, remember how you are to people on your way up, because eventually there's going to be a time when you're going to have to see those same exact people on the way down. So, because no one can stay up top forever, or at least most people. And you just want to remember that you always want to be respectful. It falls back to that whole respect thing. So, because you also, if you're stepping on people to get up in the business, or just stepping on people in general to further yourself, those are going to be the people that are going to, you might hurt along the way or do something negative, and you might need a favor from them one day. So I think in the business, it's important to help each other up rather than, can I step on this guy to get ahead? Which unfortunately in the business, there's a lot of that. I don't know if at that level, if there is as much, but I know when I was up in, WWE and OVW, there was a lot of that going on. Not so much in OVW. OVW, we were a great family, but in WWE, it was a crazy time. Yeah.